Welcome everyone in Adore our channel. Thank you so much for reaching us and also for subscribing in our channel. Thank you so much. So, what are we going to talk about today in Adora is Joker. But not the movie, not the movie. We're not going to talk about the movie that I'm pretty sure that every one of you has loved. And also the role of Arthur Fleck played geniusly from Joaquin Phoenix. But today we're gonna talk about Joker image in different protests, increasingly in different protests all over the world, in the cities around the world, among the sea of demonstrators who have taken to the streets. One image has stood out: the stark white face and creepy red green of the Joker. So artists in Lebanon and Iraq invoked the character on posters or edited him into images on social media, etc. For example, someone spray painted "We are all clowns" onto the statue in Santiago in Chile. There have been a lot of protests there. You have you have seen that on the media. There is a lot of protests there. And in Hong Kong, protesters dressed as the Joker as an act of protest in itself, defying a government ban on face masks and face coverings during public gatherings. Their causes are different. But their grievances vary. Proposed austerity measures threats to democratic freedoms, deepening inequalities between ordinary citizens and the ruling elite. So, where some protesters in Lebanon, in Iraq, in Chile, in Bolivia, in Hong Kong, and even in Spain are taking inspirations from a psychopathic killer from a controversial film. Some of them see themselves in the Joker. Some of them do. Yeah, the Joker is us, said a Lebanese street artist for CNN. His name was Mohammed Kabani. He said a sentence that was really special. Like, Beirut is the new Gotham City. As you can see, as you have, or every one of you has seen basically, in the film Joker, Gotham City is rife with crime, with social services are getting slashed, and residents are left feeling powerless and disillusioned. While wealthy elites respond with conscientiousness or obliviousness. One bad day after another slowly drives Arthur Fleck to madness, and by the film's end, he transformed into the Joker, and ultimately an unintentional symbol of the downtrodden. So, that power struggle between ordinary people and the elites is what's resonating with protesters also in Lebanon and in other countries. So this is the Lebanese society situation at the moment, full of underdogs, full of oppressed people that are extremely frustrated and that is looking for a wind of hope. That some of the protesters said. Through the Arabic rap and street art, some of them are trying to use art to speak out against social and political injustice. So there was a girl in CNN. Her name was Cynthia Abu Jahoudi. She was a senior art director in graphic design and showed up to protests in Beirut wearing Joker makeup. And when they asked her why, she just said, "It feels right. It feels right." People in Lebanon feel the same sense of disillusionment that is depicted in Joker. And that's precisely why these people felt compelled to the protest. Some people see it as a commentary on their society, like in Chile, for example, where people have been protesting rising living costs, low wages, a lack of health care, and the country pension system. People are going to every demonstration. Different people are going to every demonstration. So, dressing up as a Joker is a response to how sick they feel that their society is. Joker is a misunderstood character, some of them say, vulnerable and abandoned. And Chileans, the ones who do not belong to the social privileged class, which are the majority of them, feel the same way. Joker elicits sympathy for its title character, presenting a cautionary tale about how neglecting societies most vulnerable can result in horrific consequences. One of the reasons that protesters might copt the Joker's likeness is to send a signal to the people in power. What you're doing when you put on this Joker makeup or Joker mask in a protest, what you're communicating to the government in Hong Kong or in Lebanon, it's basically like, I'm here, I'm at the very bottom right now, but be careful what you're doing next. That's what the people feel. Those who are wearing the Joker makeup or the Joker masks. Some other people use it as a way to get their cause noticed. Invoking the Joker is also an effective way for protesters to be seen and heard because the film has been so popular with audiences worldwide. Using imagery or making references to Joker can help attract attention and even generate support on a wider scale. Like if you have local protests in Hong Kong or in Beirut, in Lebanon, in Chile, these are very local issues. So how do you connect your grievances with potentially global audience? From Kenya to Cambodia to Chile to different countries that are experiencing protests. I think what you need is an item of current pop culture. In this case, Joker. Who can do better than Joker? Not to mention, everybody loves a good villain, right? Not to mention that. So if you take a look at the Joker, it's an ambiguous mixture between something funny and something menacing. It's a horror clown. It's a horror clown. And that's kind of, somehow cool. You can make memes of that. It's worth noting, though, that the Joker is open to interpretations. While people in Lebanon, Chile, and other places see themselves in the Joker, some anti-Brexit protesters in London, they casted Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who has long campaigned in favor of Britain leaving the European Union, as a creepy clown. Some other people say it's not meant to be taken literally, like as the unrest in some places escalated into violence, arson attacks, vandalism, or looting. Some critics condemned protesters who embodied in the Joker for encouraging chaos and destruction. But people like Kabani and Abu Jawoudi, the people who talk to CNN, like as you can see in different videos, who embrace the Joker as a tool of resistance, argue that it isn't meant to be taken literally. Though the Joker has been depicted in previous films as a violent and destructive, those people still say that that's not the Joker that identifies them. Like, one of them say, when I say take over the street, it's definitely not with violence. Our protests and the demonstration in Lebanon is all about peace and harmony. Words are more powerful than the gun, but still, the Joker image can be seen increasingly in different protests and demonstrations all over the world. So this was the day. Adora channel. Thank you so much for watching our videos, and please don't forget to subscribe in our channel.